Okay, now we're recording. Alrighty, so yeah, so like I was saying, we are having this training just to talk about what we want to do in 2018. So this year, I just really feel like it's going to be huge, just because we're coming out with so many things that you know, the keto, the Fit 5 app, that I've actually gotten a lot of people interested in the app because I screen recorded the app and I put it on my Instagram stories, and people were actually like texting me like, what's this app? What's this app? And you know that the app is free. So I'm like, oh, it's this free app that, you know, I can get my workouts. I can get free, you know, wraps and products, because if you notice, like if they do a certain amount of spending and if they purchase products and things like that, they can get free perks and stuff like that. So that's been a great way that I have kind of sold the wrap. I'm not the wrap, the app. So yeah, I you just did the burpee challenge. Oh, okay. Yeah. So so yeah, I just really truly love the app, and I think that's something that you should definitely push, because like Ronnie said, we're finally doing something that that is more fitness related, so that people aren't just purchasing the products and they're like, I use these greens for 3 months and I'm still fat. You know what I mean? Like they don't, you know, they want results. So I think this is great that we're able to finally have like a fitness app. So yeah. I also wanted to just really talk about charts. I think over 15, some people were like, oh, I want to go diamond in 2018. And I was like, okay, I'm wondering if everyone has looked at a chart, has filled out a chart, and whatsoever. So I had printed out a chart and just kind of wanted to highlight some things that Alina was saying last week that help and that could help, you know, everyone that was interested in going diamond to go diamond. And so I'm going to highlight this one thing really quickly. Okay. So the main goal when you are trying to go diamond is this: making sure that you highlight the rubies, because it seems like when you are really trying to go diamond, that when you focus on someone else's chart rather than your own, like of course you want to have your own chart, but when you focus on someone else's chart rather than, you know, like, oh, I need to get this person, like for example, when I went double diamond, I did not look at a double diamond chart. Of course I had it down of, you know, who went where and things like that, but I focused more on who I needed as a diamond and who I needed as an emerald. And then I broke it down even smaller by saying, okay, who I need as my rubies, things like that. So let me see how many people I know that said they were trying to go diamond. So Kayla, Chrissy, Deanna, did you say you were trying to go diamond? Caroline said triple diamond.
Yeah, I said diamond.
Practice yet. You say yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Jasmine, yep. Did Christine? Yeah, Christine. I think actually all of y'all, I think. So yeah, so this is what you first want to do. First, print out a chart. Secondly, figure out who's going to be your ruby. Right now, if you only have 3 people on your team, that's perfect. And the reason why I say that is because you can already start to build out rubies rather than trying to say like, okay, I don't know, you know, who to go where, things like that. So those 3 people that are on your team right now need to be those 3 rubies so that it can create the full diamond chart. So that's something that you first want to do, trying to go diamond. Now, what I really wanted to talk about is just a few things that are easier to look through on eSuite. So I'm going to share my screen really quickly. Hold on. All right, so for those new or even those old, I wanted to, just kind of go over a few reports that are huge now that we're going into the boom season. So you really want to keep track of your loyal customers. You want to keep track of all of the purchases that's going through. You want to keep track of if anyone is returning anything, things like that. So you want to click downline orders first. This is like my favorite report, just because you're able to, really just kind of see everything that's going on in your downline. And this is just another huge report too, because you're able to see everything. So let's just say you get a few, let's see, is the customer order status. So let's say you get a few declines, CC declines, which is huge. This is something that you really want to keep a track of going into the boom season. So we're going to look at CC decline. All right. So as you can see, I just did, advanced search, order status equals CC decline. So you're able to, I don't want to scroll down to show everybody business just in case someone's up here and something declined. But you're just able to see all these people that declined, and you're able to go and message these people like, hey, your card declined. And this is a great way also to get volume once we go into that, to the boom season. So showing that CC declined, you can see if, I know sometimes a lot of customers are like, I just got a girl today ask if her package shipped. You can look to see whose package is shipped. Let's see, yeah, so you can see like that. So you can pretty much see anything. Anybody that just purchased, declined, pending, if they just canceled. Like this is another huge thing you want to look at. Like what if you're depending on someone to be on your chart, and you're looking and you're like, okay, I'm focusing on Jaleesa to be on my chart, and if I find out that she has canceled, I'm gonna be high, especially if I didn't know and I'm putting customers under her. So you really want to focus on these certain reports as we're going into the boom season. Now another report that I'm huge on, I'm sorry, hold on, Audrey, stop. Go sit down. So I'm sorry, guys. Mom life, and Musa doesn't get home until 9. So another report that you want to really be huge on is volume total by distributor. So this is something that I really love to look at, and you're just able to see, pretty much all of, who is where, who is where, and all their volume and things like that. So this is another big report that you want to pull. I'm looking for another report. For those that are new, if you're trying to, Audrey Marie, go sit down. If you get new customers and things like that, personally enrolled team, because I know I get this question almost all the time. How do I move a customer? How do I move a distributor? You want to go to personally enrolled team, and usually if you just got a new loyal customer or distributor, you're able to, Audrey, I'm sorry guys, hold on, because she's like, all right, y'all. Sorry, I'm back. Kids. Okay, so So yeah, so those are the certain reports that I really would stress out to really look at. Fast start qualification, of course, you guys know. Let's see, what else is a big, huge. Now, another thing too that I know a lot of people actually don't use but should use is these virtual charts. So these virtual charts are huge. Let me show you why. It's under rank and then charting beta. So I'll look at an old chart of my mom's. So what I did was I made an old chart of my mom for when she was trying to go Ruby. So all I had to do was just type in, certain people's names, make sure I used to like watch this like a hawk every single day. And then I was able to look at, when their GV got to a certain amount. And that's when I was able to just like look at her at Ruby. Now, the reason why I love this report is because you're able to refresh the volume. So I don't have to keep like going into Organization Explorer, typing in Kanara's name, for example, seeing if, she's commission qualified. I don't have to keep going in and looking under Lauren's name to see if she has 400. As soon as I put their names into this report, it'll refresh. It'll keep refreshing, saying that their volume is at that amount. Yeah.
How did you get to that?
Huh?
How did you get to that?
So all I do is go to rank. Charting beta. And then you're able to do your own chart. So like back in the day, I had did a diamond chart in 2014. And then I had did an emerald chart, or like last year, I had did 1 million charts for a whole bunch of people. And so what you're able to do is, like I did my mom's chart, and see, look, Julissa, you had a chart too. You never saw it? So yeah, so I did my mom's chart. I put her ID in, and then let me see if I can do like a new one so I can show you how it happened. So I'll do Moose's chart just to make it easier. So what you do is you can search by name. You can put in the last name, first name. So, okay, so let's just do executive, for example. Okay, so right here it shows you just how, the goal is executive, even though he's been diamond already. So he, this is irrelevant, but the goal is executive. I put his ID number in, and then if he had, well, of course he has distributors under him, but I can easily go into search, type in whoever I want on that chart, and then it will keep refreshing for me every single day that someone gets a customer, someone's auto shipment runs. It'll keep refreshing, saying that, how much volume they have. And when they finally get to 400, that's when the goal will pretty much say it's met and that he's executive. But since he's already diamond, it's kind of irrelevant. But I really, really, really love these charts. Now, unfortunately, it goes from diamond to below. So pretty much executive to diamond, but it doesn't go to like double diamond, triple diamond, things like that. But yeah, Jasmine, it's so much easier to do this. Now, of course, some people feel like it's hard just because, it's really tedious sometimes when you gotta like go back. Like say for example, I put someone's name in one box, then I have to refresh the whole page and then go back and do it again. But I mean, I feel like it's better once you got everybody's name in and you're able to, oh, thanks, whoever just did that. So you're able to go back and do that. Okay, you'll eat in a few seconds. Yeah, you can print it out too. Oh, I didn't know you could print it out, but I think it would be easier just to keep this like this, and then you're able to just keep looking at it every single day. Yes, Chrissy. Okay, so yeah, so that's another great way that I felt like really helped me go double and even when I went diamond, because I was able to look at everybody's stuff when I did that. Yeah, Latrice, you old school on paper. Well, this is easier because old school paper, you know, it's not refreshing the numbers every single day. Okay, so another thing in reports that you can use, of course, Organization Explorer, Tree Viewer is okay. You can do Steps to Success. This only really kind of shows you your new distributors and stuff like that, so that's not really too huge. Let's see. I think that is pretty much it in terms of reports that I wanted to talk about. Now for the newbies, hold on, let me see. Somebody just wrote in the chat. Trust me, I've drawn charts before too, so it's okay. Audrey, no ma'am. So for the newbies, you can go in and, because I know a lot of people are probably looking like, well, how do I even get a chart and stuff like that? So you can go to Training and Business Building. And is it in here? Yep, charting. Okay, so if you're trying to go Ruby, you can easily just click download. And, you know, pretty much you can see it from there. It's going to go into another screen if I do that. But yeah, so that is, you know, a pretty easy way to maneuver through eSuite. If you didn't know, they got some new videos and things like that. So I'm gonna stop share. But yeah, anything else? Did you guys really? I wasn't gonna make this like drawn out and long. I did want to have it like a chat session just to kind of like hear how y'all are feeling, hear how your charts is. Aaron, I'm glad you're up here because I was gonna call you today, so I'm glad that you made it up here. But I just kind of wanted to hear like who you guys wanted to hear on training next, because I'm like lost at who I should even contact next about getting on our training for these next couple of weeks. I'm going to stop training probably the week after what is it, conference, just because that's go time. So we're not even going to have no time to really, of course we're still going to do the power hours because power hours are like huge, but other than that, that's my schedule in my head is, you know, stop training after conference and just go strictly to power hours. But yeah, did y'all have any questions, concerns? Anyone, you know, they're saying they're going diamond. Can I hear your strategies?
I don't really think I have a strategy. Can you hear me? Because you know my phone don't work.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So look, my strategy. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on, real quick. Darn it. So my strategy, because you know I'm like building fresh. I'm building from the ground on up. So currently, my strategy to fill my diamond charts, I'm focusing on pretty much just building rubies. That's what I'm doing. So I have my ruby that I'm trying to build this month, which is Caroline. So I'm trying to go with what Alina said, like build a ruby each month. I think, did she say that? A ruby each month. I think she said that. So that's my plan. So January, my goal is to have Caroline to ruby. Then by March, I plan on helping Caroline make a ruby while I'm making another ruby, which will help her get emerald. And, you know, just kind of like, I'm just more so focusing on building rubies. But since I'm building from the ground up, I'm pretty much going all the way back to the basics. I'm just like building my whole image via social media and all of that, looking for perspectives, like who I know will fit the movement that I'm trying to push with my business. So that's what I'm doing right now. I started a PDT group of people who were interested in the business, who wanted to join looking for income. And every day I'm just kind of like pushing them and motivating them. I had, you know, you spoke up in there and all of that. So I'm kind of pushing and motivating them to join. I'm doing polls and things like that to try to see the dates that all of them are thinking about signing up. So, so far the month of January, I should have 2 or 3 Friday that's supposed to sign. And then towards the end of the month, I think I might have like 3 more. So this month I am going to sign about 8. Say that. So I'm going to sign about 8. So that's pretty much my goal, because I know I'm really building from the ground up. But the one thing that I'm doing differently is just duplication. Like, I'm literally just, what I'm doing, I'm teaching Caroline to do. I'm teaching Caroline and teach Valencia to do. So we can kind of all be together. And it just makes more sense, you know. So that's pretty much all I'm doing so far. It's been going pretty good. Focusing on pushing a challenge to get some volume for this month, since we launched that with the fit movement. So I'm kind of just like building the Ruby at the same time, getting the volume together to start to, you know, put where it needs to go.
Yeah, and one thing that I actually just did with Crystal earlier, and you know, I meant to do for your chart too. Now, ever since what's her name? Who did I train in that time? She said the numbers. What was her name? How can I forget it right now? Big hair. She's my Sora. I just can't think of her name right now.
Oh, Whitney?
Not Whitney.
Okay.
What's her name? No, that did our training.
Was it Kovia or something?
I can't even remember.
Kobe?
No, she was like sick and had these glasses.
Yeah. Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't remember her name.
I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now. This is not good. So once I think of her name, I can get back to y'all. But since she said that she numbers her charts, I was like, that is Kalana. There it is, Kalana. Since she had said that she numbers her charts, I was like, that's genius. So I did it with Jaleesa today, and I did it with Crystal too. And I was like, that's so smart so say for example, you know, you're about to get, you know, you're saying getting 8 distributors this month. Do you know where you are specifically putting them?
Yes, actually, I have them already placed on charts with the dates that they're signing.
That's even better. Well, for those that, you know, just had like complete zeros, didn't know who, you know, was coming in. I know one time Denise was like, oh, you know, I will, you know, you just put like a date. But instead I was like, well, maybe let's just start numbering. So I literally just started numbering, you know, like where this person needs to go, where that person needs to go. So then that when we get DTs now, it's not like, oh, where do we put them?
Yeah.
Exactly, you know, where to place. So, but since you already have their names down, I mean, you don't really
need Crystal, actually, I think we went over that like maybe like I think I talked to her like last week, and she probably got that from maybe you. I'm guessing it had to been, because that's when I started doing that, just because I know when you about to have a few people sign up, you need to know exactly where they're going before you even sign them up. And it just kind of, like you say, it really helps with knowing where, you know, what you got to work with, pretty much.
Right, exactly. So, well, yeah, so because that's why I was looking at your chart today too. So yeah, definitely, I feel like we should already kind of identify who we want to go Ruby this month, so that we can, you know, really start to help you guys, push you on with the volume, things like that. Like, I really truly think that that's a smart idea, to have one person going Ruby each and every month. me pretty please. We need to get we have to get the DTs. That's why, like, lately, all I've been posting about mainly, of course, is the hair, skin, and nails to get, volume and stuff like that. But majority of the things that I'm posting now is all about the opportunity, people joining, things like that. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, that's why I have focused on mainly, opportunity posts rather than volume posts. So yeah, so did anyone else want to chat, say something? Hey Niana, you got your robe on, you chilling.
I just did the show people how to rap because I never done it. So that's why I'm rapping.
What'd you say?
I said I just did the intensity core day thing. So I said today I would go live and show people how to rap since I never did it before. So that's why I have this one. I was trying to represent.
Yeah. Okay, that's a smart idea. And you know what? I plan on as soon as I get my raps, I plan on rapping live too. Like, and I may even get Musa to rap me so it can be even juicier.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like when a guy is in a picture or something like that, it just oh, who is that? Actually, the funny thing is most of my friends on Facebook is from his little like his people. Like, he knows a lot of people that I have friend requested from his friends. So but yeah, that's definitely a great thing. And that's funny too, because I had told one of my new distributors that that's what she should do. She was like, well, what should I do first? Like, people are going to ask me how have I tried products, things like that. And I was like, well, why don't you just, rap live? And she was like, okay. So I'm like, okay. Because usually some people are like, oh, I don't want to show my tummy.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm telling you, as soon as you show people that you're actually, using the products and things like that, that's when, customers, potential distributors, things like that come. So,
that's my goal, to keep doing that, because I know people, I feel like people respond more when I go live, and I don't like to, but I guess I have to. That's the
and the reason for that is because Facebook purposely puts your video on the top of everyone's news feed when you go live. So it's sending people notifications, all of that.
Forcing people to.
Yeah, I mean, and literally when you join someone's live, it tells you like, hey, Antoinette, why don't you share this to get more audience? Like,
yeah.
Dang, can I just watch it? So those girls that do that paparazzi stuff with the, jewelry and stuff, oh man, I mean, they be having millions of people watching. And it's because they tell people share, share, share. So when you do your live video, you definitely need to be like, can you share?
Just yeah, I seen someone say that, like, if you at the end of this video, whoever something she was saying, like, she'll give somebody a free rap, and then she was like, maybe not, I'll have to give you like a coffee on or something because it's cheaper or something she said. I was like, oh, that's a good idea, like, have them share.
Yeah, seriously, that is.
Have them engaging too.
Yeah, because especially the makeup artists too, like, oh man, they be getting like thousands of shares. I'm like, dang, can I get that?
But yeah.
So, yeah,
I don't really have a strategy though. Yeah. I'm just trying to do my fix.
Caroline said she's smacking on this dinner, but I'm trying the virtual party approach every week to get volume quicker. My first one will probably be this weekend. Yeah, so the live that we're doing tomorrow is great for potentials. Like, we're all going to be sharing our stories. So if you want, please, invite your potentials. I actually want to do this like every week. So then that way, we're able to help you guys close. I don't know if I'm going to do it with them, but I may do it with a few of you guys. And, you just go live and you tell your story, things like that, because that's what people want to see. They want to see you, but then they also want to see, others, doing the business and things like that. So, and I love their stories, especially I think Antonice, she's gonna be the one who closes it, and her story will make you cry. So I definitely love hearing her story. So yeah. I know I need to use a bonus to buy me a new phone too. I mean, I got a good phone, but I just wanted to plus. But yeah, so who else? Anybody else in the chat? Aaron, I haven't heard from you. I definitely want to talk to you. I don't see Alyssa on. I don't know what she's doing.
I got something to say.
Oh, okay. What's up, Latrice? You know what? Yes, we need to. Let me tell you guys. I just got off the phone with her. Nope, I'm saying it. I just got off the phone with her and a potential loyal customer. Granted, it was our cousin, but still, like, let me tell you what she did and what you don't need to do. So he's like, yeah, give me whatever I need, to get right. She's like, okay, so do you want to join the 90-day challenge? And he's like, okay, what's that? And so she's like, it's when you purchase a product each and every month. He was like, okay. And then, so she was like, so what do you want to start with? He's like, I don't know, just tell me what I want. I'm like, oh,
no, it wasn't in that order.
Save me, Lord. So when you talk to customers, let them talk first.
Oh my God.
Let them tell you what they want. And because as he's telling her, like, the first thing she started with was, do you have any allergies? I said,
no, but Antoinette, what you're missing is I talked to him before this call.
So if you did, then you shouldn't have been asking about no allergies to.
No, I talked to him before this call, and he was saying that he was on some medications. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to interact with any of that. So.
Okay, good. When she said, are you allergic to anything? Then she said, do you eat any carbs? Like, are you bad with carbs? And then he said, yes. Then she said, like, soda and sugar. Like, he just said yes. Oh, my God. I was going crazy on that phone, y'all. But needless to say, let's not be like Latrice. But what was you going to say, Latrice? What was you going to say?
See, now you done made me forget. See, you lucky I love you, okay? I'm being the example, the whipping post tonight. But no, okay, my question is, okay, so I know Chris, is it Chris? No, all of us are basically building from the ground up. And like when you said, different people telling their story. So in my case, like for instance, you haven't achieved those higher levels in the company. So what would you suggest as far as talking to a DT or getting someone to come in when a lot of questions that I get over the last two people that I've talked to was like, like, what did you, promote to, or, you know what I mean? Like, not exactly promote to, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't have Alina's testimony where I made, so much or whatever. So how would you suggest presenting it, or even in posts? Like, I'm looking at some of the posts that Jade Hooper and stuff like that. And so the stories that they're telling are basically, triumph, or like, oh my gosh, she just bought a new car with her money. But when you don't have those big, not saying what you're doing now isn't big, but what are some examples of that you can post to draw people in? You know what I mean?
Right. So what I would say is, before I was, diamond, double diamond, and when I was, starting from, even before I had even promoted in the company, period, I used to tell Alina's story, and that's actually what used to help me. Like, I used to, because of course, when I had first started, I didn't know anyone in the business other than Alina. So what I used to tell people, well, one thing I used to do too is I used to get her on three-way. So I would say, yeah, the only reason why I even joined is because my cousin said that she was making $6,000 a month, and I didn't believe her at first. So you got to, make it seem like because of course everyone is like, yeah, right, she don't make it. So you got to do that personality type thing, that psychological type thing, and say, I didn't even believe it, but she makes that much. And, you know, if you're willing to, do you want to do a three-way with her? And so that's how I used to get a lot of my, you know, first distributors, is literally just pumping up Alina. Then Alina would say, okay, I'll talk to them. And then as soon as Alina got on the phone and just started talking and saying, you know, her little spill, they was like, okay. And it's funny too, because Alina is she's a blue, but she's a red too. So what she would do is at the end of the call, she would be like, okay, so let's go ahead and write down when you're going to join. And as soon as, you know, the person would kind of be like, they probably in their mind like, I ain't joining. But it's like the way she said it just would make you say like, all right, I'm going to join. Like she just said, when am I going to join? So we're going to put a date down. So that's exactly how I used to get distributors, because I used to say, pump her up. She's making $6,000 a month, you know, back then. And, you know, her story is great. Do you want to hear her for a few minutes? And then we would do the three-way. Alina would close them. And then that's how I got all those distributors.
Okay.
So I would say, you know, do that. Let's get back to the basics of that. If you got to do three-ways with people, or three-ways with me, or Crystal Carter, you know, I feel like if we have to get back to that, then, you know, if that's how it's going to work, because it's so much easier to tell someone else's story until you have your own story. Because like I said, I didn't have a story, you know, first coming in either. So now that I'm able to say that I'm at where Alina was at when I had first came in, now I can finally say like, okay, you know, I make this amount, and I can help you close.
Right. Okay. And I want to add, so you're going to be proud of me.
Mm-hmm.
On that call, I used a little red, okay? Because he came back and said, well, do I have to process it now? He said, my wife really wants to wait till Friday. And I said, oh, that's great. Let me go ahead and get your card information and get you locked in and save your card, and I'll process it on Friday. And he was like, oh, okay. I said, so give me your card number. So before I would say, okay, let me call you back. But see, now I got your card stuff. I'm going to run you, okay?
Yeah.
You know,
so I'm glad that you said that, so that you're like, now you know. And the funny thing too is, one of my accountability partners, they was like, they do that and they run it right at 12 o'clock. And I'm like, why do you do that? You can't be running it. You gotta wait for people money to get in.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. But you know, I got your card stuff now, so I mean, I got you. So what I did is I went into the eSuite and I printed off those order forms. And so now I always have one on hand. So like at work, one girl said that, you know, we're gonna get paid till Friday. So I was like, go ahead and fill out this order form, and I can go ahead and put your order in on Friday. So I'm ready now. I got her information and I can go ahead and get the order, where before I used to be like, oh, well, let me get back to you Friday, and then Friday is a different story. So while I have them, get everything I can. Right. And that way, you know, I don't have to come back, or they don't have to go ghost on me.
Right. Which is smart.
And Latrice, I wanted to just jump in real quick, because when you were asking about like, how do you like gain attention from potential distributors without really having like a big, huge story. I joined because I saw Chrissy. She had posted about buying her son a bike out of Walmart. And that's what made me like, oh my God, I want to do this too. Like, I think if I would have seen like some millionaire story or like some huge success story, I'd have been like, I don't want this mess. Just keep scrolling. But because Chrissy had posted something very realistic and something very well within my reach, as you know, someone who really didn't want to get back into network marketing, that's what drew me to it. So even if you have like smaller victories, like I just sold a wrap and got my nails done, you know, It Works paid for my manicure, you know, stuff like that, that can always draw people too. So don't discount like your own story and your own like, you know, smaller wins, because they're still wins, and that can also draw people, because that's how I joined the business.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I know I probably, like Antoinette said, get back to basics, because I know I had the I have the commission card. And I know what I would do is like when I went to the gas station, I would show my card and take a picture and say, hey, you know what? You know, thanks to It Works, I was able to get a little gas in my car. I remember those days when I couldn't fill my tank, you know. So probably just need to get back to basics. And like you said, think about the small wins that I have daily and just do that. Like, you know, even if I buy lunch at Chick-fil-A, okay, yeah, it might be a $5 combo, but I'm paying for it with a little commission, you know? So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
I was gonna say that next about your own wins, even if you got to put $25 in your gas tank, because it's funny. She's not up here, but this one girl just texted me earlier and was like, you know, she really wants to excel. She came in through the $9.99 and she really wants to excel, but she doesn't have the money to purchase the products, things like that. And I was like, well, you know, do you have wraps? You used to have wraps from your kit. And she said, yeah. And I said, what? Girl, like that's a money, you know, that's money. That's $100 right there. I don't even look at wraps as, you know, the wrap. Like that's wrap cash. You know what I mean? So I told her right then and there that she already has $100 in her pockets that she's, you know, putting to waste.
Right.
So, and she could literally just post and say, I have 4 wraps right here. This can be a box of diapers because she has a baby. So I was like, you can post saying this is a box of diapers. This $50 is a full tank of gas. You know, things like that. Even if
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I have some wraps and I could just simply say, hey, you know, thanks to these wraps, you know, I'm gonna sell this week. You know, even if I haven't sold them, I can say thanks to the wraps that I'm gonna sell this week, I'm gonna be able to do blah 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 when they're sold or something like that, you know.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. That's all I had. Thank you guys.
You're welcome. Okay. So, so Aaron, back to you. Let's hear, like, what's been going on? How are you doing?
Can y'all
Are
hear
you coming
me?
to conference?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, I will be there. I'm fine. I'm cool for now. You know, I got a little 2-week teacher break, so I finally have time to do stuff. But besides that, you know, just been school teacher stressed. So me, you know, you already know me, starting from the bottom again.
You got a runner, girl. You got a runner.
No, Alyssa has been on it. So, of course, she's going to be my ruby. That'll be my emerald for diamond. And then my other newest DT, she wants to go ruby. So she'll be, well, Alyssa will be January, and then the other one will be February. So I need to put somebody else in place for March because nobody else is working, of course. But my thing is just going to be doing like the weekly rap parties, rap / like opportunity. So whether it's in person or virtual. So me and Alyssa, I've already talked to Alyssa and my other DT, and they're on board. For now we're going to do them together and just kind of start there. And the first one right now is scheduled for, well, I put on my calendar for Saturday. So I got to see if they're on board with that, but it's going to be sometime this weekend for the first one.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna start with doing virtual parties. Can you please send me your chart so I can
Yes, ma'am.
write it down so that I can see, you know, who you're gonna play with.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yes, I miss you.
I miss y'all too.
Yes. And I can't wait to see you at conference.
Yes, me too. I'm ready for that bag.
I know. And they're shipping it early, so I
know.
I can use that as an overnight.
Yes.
And Ariel is coming, so.
Oh, yay, I get to see her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to get a baby.
So cute.
So
Uh-oh.
But yeah. But I know Chrissy, Caroline, Jaleesa, Latrice, Kayla. Jasmine, are you coming to conference? I think that's it. That's up here.
At this point, I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to. I start a job Friday, my federal position Friday, and they still haven't said whether or not I'll be on the 6-month probation. So I won't probably be able to take off any days.
Dang, see, that sound like Geico. That's exactly how I was too when I was working. Like we could not take off. I think it was the first 3 months. So yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how long, but even if it's like a month, that's still going to be right in February. So
right, exactly. Yeah. Oh Lord. And did you already buy your ticket?
No, I hadn't bought it because I knew I was starting in January. I just hadn't had the opportunity to ask anybody, exactly if there is one and what is it. I mean, because I may be in training in Virginia at that time too, so it's not gonna work.
Dang. Okay. Well, it's always green carpet. Green carpet is in well, it was in June last year, so I guess they might be changing it like June, July-ish when it does it. But okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to get to a conference because I really want to go to one, but I might have to sit this one out, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, it's all right. You gotta get them coins.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but yeah, I'm super excited for conference just because it's always a game changer. So, yeah. But yeah, was there anything else that anybody wanted to chat about, talk about? I really just wanted to get the charts out, really start to get back to basics so that we can start, filling these charts out. And definitely use Chrissy's method, even Kalana's method of writing the numbers. Like if you don't have the actual DTs, at least you know where you're going to place them so that you're not like texting and saying, where do I put this DT? Things like that. Did I have anything else that I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. I'm mad because Alina is doing a training right now, but I can't listen to it. But once she gets back on and telling us. But another good thing I do want to talk about before we leave is the things that It Works is trying to do after conference. So we will be getting, I don't know, they may actually, if enough of distributors sign up with these extra products in the pack, I believe that they're going to make this a staple. And the funny thing is, because I had heard from the grapevines that they were going to be doing this, and to know that they did it means that this grapevine is good. So what I mean is, I think that we should really push these extra products. That's why when we first found out, I was going live. I was on Instagram stories, just because it's a lot of people that always say, well, can I try it? Can I try it? So now they're able to try the greens, the cleanse, the coffee, the, what else am I missing? Greens, cleanse, coffee. There's something else. Greens, cleanse, coffee, and, wrap, and the one wrap.
And Defining Gel.
Yeah, and Defining Gel. See, they're getting all this stuff in the box, which is crazy. So I definitely would push that. And we are getting new countries. I think it's going to be around South America. I don't think we're going into Africa or where's the other place that people was talking about?
Ghana.
Yeah. I don't think we're going in there just yet. I think we're just gonna hit on like Mexico, Puerto Rico area. Well, Puerto Rico is United States, so just down there. What else? It was something else. I know they will be bringing new bonuses. I'm not sure how they're going to do it exactly, but I do know that they are going to keep it where, if you lose rank, you're still able to keep your bonus. But they're trying to figure out ways where people can keep their bonus regardless of it all. So, let's just definitely pray on that, because I know once you go diamond and above, that's when you get the bonus. Now I know one year they did the emerald bonus and the ruby bonus, so
They
who
need to
knows?
bring that back.
You just need to try to go diamond. But yeah, so other than that, just really look forward to all the things that's coming in 2018, between the bonuses, the new countries, the added things to the pack. And I feel like it was one more thing that they're going to be doing, but I'm not sure what it is. But I just know that they're saying that this year, you know, they're going back to the basics of trying to get us, you know, the coins in our pockets and, you know, us a slimmer waist. So, and if you already got a slim waist, then maybe, you know, getting some muscles, something like that. So yeah, so that is really all I had. And if y'all didn't have any other questions or concerns or want to chat about anything, then we can call it a night. Because it's 9:30 already. Wow. Time is flying. Kayla, you ain't have nothing to say. You know, we want to hear a few strategies that you're doing. Chrissy already kind of said what she was doing.
Oh, okay. I have my bonnet on, so y'all not about to see me again in my bonnet.
Sure.
But I'm definitely gonna push for popping rubies in a month, kind of like Christy said. I thought that was a really good idea. And when I think about it, it sounds difficult, but it's actually not, as long as everyone is in place. And then I've got a lot of inquiries. I even have some LCs. I'm going back through all my old ones, and I told them, I basically sent like this script that I made at the end. It says, how about another 90-day challenge for the new year? And I've had like a couple of people already say, oh, well, yeah, I think I should probably do that again, because I still need to lose weight. Because I'm like, well, you should have used the products. But so yeah, I mean, I definitely am trying to make sure that I start off with focusing on one ruby at a time. And then on top of that, I'm also still trying to decide, I don't know if anybody, well, I know some of us have like our boyfriends / husbands as like one of our legs. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna do that again, or if I'm gonna make him like a ruby instead of my emerald. So I'm still trying to figure that part out. But yeah, I'm definitely going for popping up rubies every month. So I would like to pop a ruby like this month.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'm just getting it. So I'll reply to that. But yeah, I think that really seriously building rubies and really kind of getting everyone hype again. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think the fun got sucked away, you know, trying to promote so bad, when in all reality, you know, rank is great, but of course the check is even better. So it's like, you know, even for me, I'm saying, you know, I want to go presidential, but if at minimum I get triple, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? So same thing for if, you know, you go to that next rank, and a lot of people, I mean, I know some triples that's making $20,000 a month. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm putting my goals as if, you know, as high as I want them to be, but I know that, you know, it's smarter to build stronger rather than, you know, quicker. So but I definitely, at minimum, I definitely want you guys to, you know, seriously see this diamond, you know, and it's just because y'all been working for it. Y'all definitely was like this close to getting it last year, you know, the ones who are really trying to go. So it's like, it's right there at the skin of your teeth. Like, we just need to solidify it. So so yeah, that is we're definitely gonna just really have to keep talking, keep chatting, and figuring out how we can do it, because once we get the distributors there, then the volume, I feel like, is just gonna come in and flow. So yeah, but all right, let me read the chat. Okay. And yeah, and doing parties and stuff. Yeah, because you said to get back to events. So yeah, parties, events, all of that.
And I'm getting everybody on the phone, every single person.
Yeah, yeah. Because the phone call that I had with this lady that I just spoke with, she said that she said she was an IOSOT and she doing some skincare stuff, and I was like, I don't know if I really want a hopper, that's just doing all these different companies and stuff, but we'll see. So, well, y'all have a great night, and I will talk to y'all next Tuesday for Power Hour. So have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.